So the theme for this year is sustainability and inclusion here at Basita. And we've just come from a very interesting conversation that was hosted by Fawaz Fakier from Old Mutual Investment Group that gave a practical solution around how asset owners can navigate the need to provide members with portfolios that provide both risk, return, and impact. Fawaz, welcome. It's great to have you here.
Thank you. Good to be here.
What were your key takeouts or key information that you wanted to provide to this audience that broadly consists of asset owners around how to structure portfolios that provide those three levers that I mentioned earlier on?
Yes, I mean, you captured it quite nicely. What I was trying to give the audience are kind of modern day investment tools for them to use when assessing investments or managers or, opportunities for allocating capital through a return perspective, a risk perspective, and also from a sustainability or an impact perspective. Sustainability can't be separated from how you view return, from how you look at risk as a modern day portfolio manager or asset allocator, as well as the impact that you are trying to achieve and where, as I mentioned in the presentation, where the rubber hits the road, what is the actual impact that you're trying to achieve? When you look through these three lenses, it just provides, as you mentioned, a pragmatic framework for people to, or an additional lens for them to look through when chatting to managers and fund managers and industry players.
Now, you touched on, in quite great depth, some information around some of the solutions you provide at Old Mutual Investment Group, which meet this ESG criteria, particularly from a ratings perspective. Could you unpack the intricacies of that element around being able to evaluate the ESG ratings?
Yes, so all of our funds at Old Mutual Investment Group incorporate sustainability or ESG, depending on the capability to various degrees. The funds I manage and that I spoke about has a direct or explicit sustainability mandate, where the fund, the Global ESG Fund, for instance, has ESG or sustainability features in the fund that we capture through time. And one of those features, as you mentioned, is the ESG ratings. So you can almost view every single company we invest in globally, which is about 3,000 companies that we consider. We assign an ESG rating to these companies. These ratings reflect how well companies are doing holistically on environment, social, and governance. And what we try and do in the active ESG funds that I run is we only invest in the highest rated companies on a rolled up basis.
Thanks for that, Fawaz. So my last question is touching on one of the key tools that you shared with the audience in how ESG can enhance returns. Can you unpack that a little bit for our audience?
Yes, sure. As systematic-based investors, we look at certain factors or characteristics that companies possess that translate into returns through time. So some of the factors we look at is quality, value, we try and buy companies cheaply, and growth is another cornerstone of that. But alongside those three factors, we view ESG or sustainability. So we know that, and we look for ESG signals that add to returns over time, because there's an investment thesis that sustainable companies outperform. They have desirable traits within their businesses that should translate to higher profits over time. And there's a long list of those things, but the important thing is that we take ESG as an additional return signal alongside the factors that we try and capture to enhance returns for clients.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and enjoy the rest of the conference for us.
Thank you so much.